Well, this week is going to be a special week. This is a big birthday week for somebody that we all love and cherish and just think so much, and we want to honor that person today. And I'd like to ask my dad, Pastor Gene, to come on up and have a seat in your chair. And I just want to say right now that I'm thankful to my dad for the 70 years that he has honored the Lord and that he's served the Lord, and he's left a legacy to me, my children, to my brother and his children, and we're so proud of him, and we just want to honor him today. So, Tim.
Preaching your way into our hearts, giving everything you've got. You need a break from all your worries. 70 is a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? This is to you guys. Be thankful just to know that Pastor Gene knows your name. His life of love and message are the same. We want to be where he can see our troubles are not a game. I'm so thankful Pastor knows my name. All of those times you prayed for us and gave us great advice, pouring yourself into our lives and never thinking about it twice. But wouldn't you like to get away? Be thankful just to know Pastor Gene knows our name. His life of love and message are the same. We want to be where he can see our troubles are not a game. I'm so thankful Pastor knows my name.
I remember when I was 11, my dad turned 30. I don't know if my brother's here tonight, Carol, and I don't know if he remembers when Dad turned 30, but I thought he was so old. I thought he like had one foot in the grave already. 30 seemed so old. And I looked at him and I could just see like one little wrinkle maybe by his eye or something. I thought he was getting old. I better hurry and enjoy him before he kicks the bucket. But I'm glad that 30 is kind of meaningful because I'm for sure counting on at least 30 more years with my dad. Because it's, yeah, he means a lot to our family. But that's a little memory I have that I wanted to share. But I asked a few people to share. I'd like to ask Miss Esther to come up and just tell us, Esther, what Pastor Gene means to you.
Well, tell you the truth, that song, what you just got to singing, it really tells it all. You told me 2 minutes, and I don't usually talk a lot, Pastor Gene, as you know. But I thought about it. I've been knowing him really longer than he knew I knew him. Him and Sharon, they had this flower shop over there on Tyler Street. Is that right? Yeah, I went there to buy some flowers. I didn't know it. But I kept on seeking and seeking and seeking. Then I finally met him. I met him 31 years ago, y'all, in the month of July. I came to it with a 2-month-old baby. I mean, you asked me that. I gave me all back to tears. But anyway, 31 years ago is when I knew you. Just so much love. So much love. Truthfully, him and his whole family is my family, Carol. And it's really nice to see you. That little girl worked me. Your girl. But anyway, Pastor Gene told me that I can do it. Okay. He gave me a job at the school. I didn't think I could do that, Pastor Gene. I really didn't. But you kept on encouraging me, encouraging me, encouraging me. You gave me a job, and on this right here, I am still yet doing the same thing. You told me that I could do kids, but I'm going to get out there. But I just look around in church. They should stand up for Sean, this Sean. I look around, Pastor Gene, I look at him, and a lot of other parents and their kids, they were in the school with me. But he's still here, you know, he gave me and Sister Ann a job in Sunday school. But he kept on saying, I can do it, I can do it. So through Sunday school, because you told me I could do it. But you showed me love. And that's what it say, love lifted me. He's been my mother, father, and all of it, because I really worried his phone to death. But one more word that he told me that I always just keep it in my mind really good. Even though I was worried him so much and praying and I need this and I need that, he said, God will make you fisher of men. In other words, I wouldn't just keep on giving and giving and giving and begging for prayer, but he'll teach you how to fish. He said he don't just keep on just giving it to you, but he will teach you how to do it. So these 31 years, I'm still here, and I love you. You don't ever know, but what's good about it? Every time you tell me you love me every Sunday, that means a whole lot. And I want to thank you. All those little kids back there, y'all, I've been doing this a long time because he said I could do it. And then I asked her, was it still all right to do it 31 years later? All right, well, I'm going to get off now, but she said 2 minutes.
Thank you, Esther. Next, I'd like to ask MK. Where's MK?
Well, about 6 years back, this year will make 6 years, me and my friend, my sister Imani, and 2 of my friends were at her house, and my friend wanted to spend the night, but she couldn't spend the night because her grandmother said she had to go to church tomorrow, so she wanted to spend the night. She had to go to church, but none of us went to church, so we walked through 2 farms, and farms are really big, and so we had to walk through 2 farms and a field. And when we got through the field, Pastor Gene and Miss Sharon were leaving. They were closing up the church and leaving. But Pastor Gene stopped and he talked to us, and he was just talking to us and telling us a lot of good stuff and told us what time church started and stuff, because we asked him about it, of course. But later that night when we went home, our friend Grace, she didn't even go. Her mom or her grandmother made her come home anyway. But me and Imani, my sister, we've been in church ever since. And before that, Ollie had went to church twice in my life, and I didn't know anything about it.
Wow. Hey, and tell them how old you were. How old were you when this happened?
I was 11, and I was about this tall.
And now you're?
17.
Yes. Yes, thank you. And then I'd like to ask Lisa Gray. Where's Lisa?
Wow. Pastor Gene, first of all, I've known him for 29 years. And he's a pastor to me, but most of all, he's a friend. A friend that sticks closer than a brother. Because Pastor Gene has been very instrumental in my family, from my mother, my father, sister, brother, just the whole family. When I came, let's see, I was married for a short while. I had 1 son, and I had a husband. And he was very instrumental in our lives. I've been married for 31 years. And first of all, I give God glory for that, and I give him honor to have Pastor Gene in my life, because all the things that he did directly or indirectly was a plus for that marriage. I mean, as many as you know that Pastor Gene, he really loved people. And when he say that he loves you, he really means that. There's no conditions to it. He just loves people. And he believes in restoring people, restoring you to yourself, first of all, forgiving yourself so that you can move forward and be the best that God has for you. And just like Sister Esther says, he encourages you. He looks at you as he met you. He knows your name the next time you see him. And which was really odd, because sometimes you introduce yourself to people and they don't remember your name no sooner than you leave. But Pastor Gene would always remember your name. Okay? And so that was really important, you know, to me. I was like, wow, he knows my name, my kid's name, and everything. So he must really care, and he really does. So I admonish all of you, don't just look at him as a pastor or someone that's not reachable, because he's reachable. He's just a practical guy. Practical guy, friendly, down to earth. But his main goal in life is to go out and do exactly what God has told him to do, and that is to draw as many men and women and children and babies to God. And as his message says, he doesn't want to do it alone. He said it's all together now. So he's a very special guy to me, along with Sister Sharon. She's a special lady. And I just appreciate them all. And happy 70th birthday.
Okay, and that's not all, Dad. I'd like to ask CG to come up here. He's got something he wants to share. This is his grandson and his Carol Jean III, so his namesake also.
Happy birthday, Papa. For those of you that didn't know, it's his 70th birthday. And one thing that my grandpa has really given me and that I've tried to take and run with the best I can is he really has taught me and all my cousins and my family the value of hard work and really just getting in there and getting the job done, and not just getting it done, but finding a better way to do it too. He's an innovator. He likes to find better ways to do stuff. And I mean, I don't know how many of you have heard the stories, but when he was younger, he had a paper route that he would ride on a bicycle all through town. It was through his whole town he'd had it. And eventually he got his dog to pull his bike so he wouldn't have to drive it. And that dog knew every route in order. In order. And after that, as he got older, he moved into, he had a milk route, and like a milkman route. And as he was driving down the road, he'd get out of the car, flip it in neutral. Sorry, I spittled a little bit. Flip it in neutral, and he'd get out of the car and just start taking it while the car was running down the road. He'd run over to the car, grab the milk, run back up to the house, put it there, and he'd just keep going like that all down the block. It was a truck, it wasn't a car. I take it back. But that's one of the things I'm really appreciative about is just my grandpa. He would get me and my cousins and my sister and brother, and we would just go have work days at my grandpa's house. And he would encourage us, there's always a better way to do things. You just have to figure it out. And that's one thing I'm really thankful for my grandpa about. Thanks, Papa. Happy birthday.
I tell you, one thing about my dad is I think that dog might have been the first thing that you learned how to make work for you, but he's really good at putting people to work. Really good. And he'll give you an insurmountable task, but then he shows you that it's really not insurmountable. So he's instilled a lot of faith and hard work here, yeah. So in our house, in our family, if we call something a pawpaw job, you know what we're talking about. The next person I'd like to ask is my son Taylor Martin to come up. And this is grandson number 2, the second grandson.
What's going on? Well, For pretty much my entire life, I haven't really had a plethora of great father figures, and he's definitely been a source for me to pull manly advice from, whether it's dealing with the ladies or working on a car or the other ladies. But that's something I've always been thankful for, and you know, throughout the rest of my adult life, I hope to keep pulling manly advice from him. So thank you. Happy birthday.
And then we have one more that we didn't tell her we were going to ask her this because, and we didn't even tell her we were going to do this today because she's in such covenant with this man that I felt concerned that she would tell him our little surprise, our secret. But I want to ask my mom if she would come and just share a little something about my dad or what he means to you, or tell him happy birthday or something. Whatever you feel on your heart.
Happy birthday, honey. It's been a long time, 80 years. But we got about at least 40 more to go. So you have to keep on trucking. Just don't wear out those new knees. I love you with all my heart. So happy to be part of this with you. Of life and love and helping other people. Let's keep it up together. Count me in on it. And happy, happy birthday.
It's time to celebrate your life. The best is yet to come. Rejoice for many future years. You'll never be the same. I'm so thankful, Pastor, that you know my name. One more. Happy 70th birthday. All together now we proclaim. Come on, everybody. 70 more years we'll give you to know our name.
Hey Dad, just want to say happy birthday to you. This is your big 80-year birthday and super proud of you. You're still going strong and just as vibrant as any young whippersnapper around. So just keep doing what you do, and we just want to wish you the best year ever, and specifically wanted to say I love you and I'm proud of you, and I pray for a blessed year this year.